The 2026 Royal Rumble didn't leave a good impression on many people, although for the vast majority it was much better than the 2025 edition. One of the biggest mistakes even happened before the event, since the match banner mistakenly showed on SmackDown that Braun Breaker would enter as number 1, ruining the initial surprise of the men's match. On the other hand, there was confusion about what seemed to be empty sections in the stadium, while WWE said it was only a lighting effect. Well, if you want to know the truth, for now I'll quickly stop talking, and today I'll present to you 5 mistakes that happened at Royal Rumble 2026. Number 5. The wrong number. The Women's Royal Rumble had absolutely everything, although of course without big returns and with few truly impactful moments. One moment that caught everyone's attention was Roxanne Perez's entrance. The petite wrestler would enter the ring at number 11, however, the screen indicated that she was approaching number 1. There had already been a similar mistake on SmackDown, with the banner spoiling the entrance of Braun Breaker, and besides the error with Roxanne Perez's entrance, would exactly the same mistake happen again in the Men's Royal Rumble? When it was the Cody Rhodes' turn, who was also entering at number 11, the banner showed him as number 1. It's not known if for this event W used the same production team as in the United States, or if they might have hired an external production company. But later on, you'll see other mistakes that also left the fans thinking. Number 4, the unseen things. At the Royal Rumble, there were things that the viewers didn't see and things that the Arabs didn't notice. For example, when Jey Uso was making his entrance, Brock Lesnar was eliminated. Something that, while we viewers saw it perfectly, the vast majority of the stadium did not. This was because everyone was really watching and vibing with Jey's entrance. Now, if we look at the other side, it's worth mentioning that the event attendees saw things that we didn't. And after Gunther entered as number 30, the screens announced a mysterious participant number 31, something that didn't happen and was never planned. It was just another graphics error. As well as with the optical effect of the lights during the Royal Rumble, lights that managed to block the view. The low attendance of spectators at the show in Saudi Arabia happened despite the large amounts of money. Not everyone can afford the ticket prices, but it's ridiculous that a Royal Rumble had almost 40% of the seats empty. Although this last point isn't a mistake, I wanted to add it as extra information since it's really unacceptable for real WWE fans. Number 3, the Pyrotechnics, If we go back to the Women's Royal Rumble, we have to say that Liv Morgan was the superstar chosen on her own merits to win the Rumble. However, at the moment of her celebration, Liv Morgan got tired of waiting, pointing at the pyrotechnics, and only when she lowered her arms did the fireworks start to go off. In fact, seconds before they appeared, you can see Liv Morgan moving her arms as a last resort, waiting for the fireworks, even though the pyrotechnics did eventually appear. Maybe it wasn't how Liv Morgan expected, or how WWE had planned it, since in moments like these, everything is planned to perfection. But well, maybe it wasn't such an important mistake, but it was clearly a noticeable lack of coordination. Number 2, the jump. As soon as it started, the fight between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn got intense right away. It was a pretty fast-paced match, as both wrestlers went all out to put on an incredible show for the audience. However, at one point in the match, Sami Zayn tried to jump from the ring to the outside to land on Drew McIntyre. At that moment, Sami Zayn suffered an apparent back injury after jumping outside the ring. This forced both wrestlers to improvise and slow down the pace of the match, which ended up feeling heavy and less fluid than expected. Immediately after the impact, Sami Zayn had obvious difficulty standing up. He was seen holding his lower back, and his speed was drastically reduced for the rest of the match, although the fight was not stopped. Referee Charles Robinson discreetly did a quick check, and there were reports that it became a turning point. Drew McIntyre seemed to hesitate before delivering a Blue Thunder Bomb, fearing he might worsen Sami Zayn's condition. The damage got worse when McIntyre, following the storyline of a relentless villain, delivered a power bomb through the announcer's table. At this moment, several doctors seriously approached to assess whether Sami could continue. The post-event medical reports mentioned that he suffered a severe lumbar contusion and possible severe muscle spasms. Fortunately, a bone fracture has been ruled out, although Sami Zayn is expected to undergo additional MRIs very soon. Number 1. The Slip. One of the big surprises of the Women's Royal Rumble was, without a doubt, Sol Ruca. The wrestler drew applause from everyone and was the big revelation of the night. She was one of the 3 finalists, and although she ended up being eliminated by Tifa and Stratton, she almost got eliminated seconds earlier, and in a different way. It turns out she got tangled up with her own pants, which caused her to end up falling on the edge of the ring. Something that could have accidentally eliminated her a minute or seconds before her actual elimination. Or rather, how it was planned. Really, the good thing is that Sol managed to withstand this accidental fall and ended up being eliminated. I'd like to add another small mistake in this number, and it happened when both Great Americans faced each other. The Big Green American was trying to give the original Big American a stairway to heaven. The first one lacked better momentum and speed, and he ended up falling. Fortunately, the original was there to quickly correct this mistake with another move.